The John Muir Trail, or the JMT as it is often referred, spans over 211 miles in California's iconic Sierra Nevada mountains. The trail itself is named for the famous 19th century naturalist, author, and conservationist John Muir, who was instrumental in the development of the national park system and founded the Sierra Club in 1892. Exploring and mapping of the Sierra was done in the 1800s by men like Theodore Solomons, Bolton Brown, and Joseph LeConte. Solomons, often referred to as the father of the JMT, was an explorer and early member of the Sierra Club. From 1892 to 1897, he explored and named the Mount Goddard, Evolution Valley, and Evolution Basin regions in what is now Kings Canyon National Park. Solomons was instrumental in envisioning, exploring, and establishing the route of what would later become the John Muir Trail, starting in Yosemite Valley, traversing the crest of the Sierra Nevada, and ending at the summit of Mount Whitney. Appropriately named, the John Muir Trail offers some of the most scenic vistas in California's Sierra Range. As Muir once said, "The mountains are calling, and I must go." This is the story of two guys in their 60s who in January of 2021 met for the first time on a JMT Facebook page. We did not know each other, but it turned out we had several mutual interests and we shared many of the same ideals. We began discussing hiking the trail together. By May, we had completed several day hikes and found we were quite compatible, although Randy would always be the faster hiker with his 5-inch height advantage. With a northbound permit secured, logistics planned, and a gear shakedown hike completed, we set off on July 22nd to drop my car in Yosemite. In addition to dropping off resupplies, we planned to acclimate in the town of Mammoth Lakes and also day hike Duck Pass and Bishop Pass. On July 25th, we began our hike at Horseshoe Meadow, accessing the Pacific Crest Trail south of Mount Whitney via Cottonwood Pass.
Well, it's finally happening. The John Muir Trail 2021, we're about 3/4 of a mile from the Cottonwood Pass trailhead. And the goal today is either Soldier Lake or Rock Creek. We'll see. See how we're feeling. So one would be 10 miles, the other would be about 13. So we're about a mile in and feeling good. Only about 229 more to go. Well, we made it to the Siberia Pass and the PCT Junction, about 8 miles, and we're feeling good. Taking a little break, having a little lunch. Well, the morning of day 2. Yesterday, about 13.5 miles from the trailhead at Horseshoe Meadow all the way to Lower Rock Creek. So we just went up some of the switchbacks for Guy Out, and we'll be heading about another half mile and then down to Crabtree and probably onward from there. We'll see. All right, here we go. Well, good morning. The start of day 3. We're about 25 miles in. Spent the night at Wallace Creek. Short day today, somewhere Tyndale or beyond, getting set up for Forester tomorrow. Had rain and a little hail last night, so got a late start letting stuff dry out. Yeah, it's beautiful. Rugged terrain. Yep, it's that hard. Well, it's the morning of day 4. Yesterday we did just 6 miles because we were ahead of schedule. Not that we're keeping a schedule, but from Wallace Creek to Tyndale Creek. Got in really early, set up camp, tried to fish. There are no fish, I'm convinced. And this morning we're heading up to Forester Pass, which is back up there somewhere. And 6:30 in the morning, let's go get it. Making our way up to Forester Pass. We're at 12,400 feet. The pass is up that draw with a little notch at the top. I see Randy's ahead of me. That's 13,160. So we got about 700 feet of climbing to do. Let's do it. Somehow there's a trail that goes right to that notch. Okay. Alright, well, we just did Forester Pass, the highest pass on the JMT at 13,160. It was pretty tough coming up, the last 500 feet. It's pretty much straight up, but good switchbacks, and we were heading. Well, an eventful night. Thunder, lightning, hail, rain, but didn't last till maybe 11 o'clock last night. So we start day 5 here at Vidette Meadow, and that's East Vidette Mountain behind us, and about 10 miles out to Onion Valley, 11 miles yesterday. Let's go get it. Good morning. Guess where we are? The Mount Williamson Hotel and Base Camp, where we are restocking and had a shower. It was wonderful. Day 6 begins today with a shot to Charlotte Lake, about 9 miles. So we'll head up to the trailhead after breakfast. It's a lovely afternoon at Charlotte Lake. A little bit of rain. And some thunder. So, you can hear the rain. Well, we're really blessed today, actually. Got into camp. It's just starting to make noise, thunder, lightning. So we were able to get camp set up, and then it started to rain. So we're all hunkered down in our tents at 2:20 in the afternoon. All right, it's day 7, July 31st. It's gone pretty quickly, actually. Back on the trail yesterday, about 9 miles from Onion Valley to Charlotte Lake. This morning, a little off trail. A little less than 3/4 of a mile, and now we're heading up. Glen Pass is behind us. Oh, it should be fun. halfway to Pinchot Pass, and we're taking a little water and snack break. Nice afternoon. Well, it's actually still morning. Hope you get over the pass next couple hours. Morning of day 9. Coffee, hummus and tortilla. Great breakfast. Food is a problem. I'm not eating enough. So I'll eat what I like. Some stuff I'm tossing. Oh, bright sunshine this morning, day 9. Yesterday we did about 12 miles up and over Pinchot Pass. Down to the South Fork of the Kings River. Great campsite, right on the stream. Lots of water availability, no bears, even though there were signs up saying beware, there were none. Lucky us. Today we're doing Mather Pass, which is 12,100 feet, and it's about 5 miles from here. So not a bad trek this morning. Have a good day, here we go. Alright, it's day 9. Feeling pretty good. Wish I was eating more food, but it's going to be a great day. There's no clouds in the sky. Had our first day without rain, which was awesome. And we're down here in the forest where it's nice and flat. We're headed up to 12,000 feet. Keep on hiking. Well, we're making our way up the pass here, Mather Pass. The last 500 feet of elevation. It's behind me there. You could probably see Randy's ahead of me. It's doing really good today. But what a beautiful, gorgeous view. And they came from way down there last night. Well, we made it up Mather Pass, and that's what awaits us down below. All right, good morning. Day 10. Yesterday, 14 miles from South Fork of the Kings River over Mather Pass, down the staircase to Upper Deer Creek. Great campsite. No one here but us, which was kind of nice for a change. Today we're going about 7 miles down to LeConte for our resupply, and then a couple miles after that. So kind of a leisurely day today compared to yesterday. All right, let's go. Good morning, it's day 11, but we have to recap day 10 first. I think we did about 9 miles past Upper Big Piute Meadow and camped here next to the stream. We were in bed about 8:30 and 2 ultramarathoners decided they had had enough for the night and were trying to sleep under a bush right next to us. So they ended up in my tent shivering with our extra jackets and half my sleeping bag until 3 in the morning when they set off again. So that was an interesting evening. Not a lot of sleep, but we made a couple people a little more comfortable. So yeah. Just continuing the update for day 11. We got about 11 miles today. The first 4.5 to 5 is going to be up to Muir Pass and the Muir Hut. An iconic place for photos, but it's all uphill. So here we go. It's a beautiful morning. Let's get this hike done. this is what a 5-star campsite looks like. There's Randy's spot. Huh? There's my spot. And of course, what a view. Waiting for the show later tonight when the sun goes down. All right, good morning. Day 12. Yesterday we went about 12 miles from about 5 miles below Muir Pass down to Evolution Lake, and it was a great campsite we had. Long day, very hot. The last couple hours were kind of a grudge, or a drudge, whatever. But we made it, and today we're continuing downhill somewhere around Piute Pass, hopefully. Okay, here we go. What a great place to hike. Trail is relatively flat. Nice and wooded. Perfect day after yesterday's trudge in the heat. Well, good morning. Beginning of day 13. Yesterday we went from Evolution Lake down through the Evolution Valley. Absolutely spectacular. And we ended up at just south of the Piute Pass Junction, about 13 miles. And it was all downhill, so it was a nice relaxing day, but it was hot. Today is all uphill for the most part. So I think we got about 12 plus miles to go today. Little small pass, Seldon. Well, we'll see when we get there. Well, it's day 13. Day 13. Starting out the morning with some nice flat, a little downhill, easy trail to get warmed up for about a 2,000 foot ascent to Seldon. And then a few more miles after that, we'll find a place to camp. It's about 7:45 in the morning. Nice and cool right now. It'll be hot later. All right. Lots of trekking to do today. About 9 miles, and look at that view behind us, Lake Marie. Randy, of course, is up here a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes before I was. He's a freight train. All right, a little descent now. Off we go. So let's talk a minute about food and how much it sucks when you're not hungry. So here's leftovers from the last 3 days that I didn't eat. Couldn't even eat half of it. It's been so hot that all I want to do is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate all day long. When it gets to camp, I want to do stuff like lunch Fritos. Randy keeps telling me, put them in the food processor, they don't crunch. Nah, you need that crunch. Okay, well, dinner tonight is going to be Fritos, some cheese, some nuts, half an RX bar that I didn't eat earlier today, and some vitamin C, B12, B6, juice, elixir. Just not hungry. All right, it's the morning of day 14. Yesterday was 14 miles from Piute Pass Junction to Seldon Pass, over the pass, down to Italy Pass Junction on the JMT. And today we're headed to VVR, so we're kind of excited because they have food, real food. They have beer, they have cold drinks, they have soda, they have showers. So we are like gonna jet this 11 miles as quickly as we can without getting hurt and enjoy the rest of the afternoon at VVR. All right, let's get going. So we're descending the Bear Ridge Trail down to VVR. We ran into a couple people who said the trail was in bad shape, that they didn't recommend it. I don't know what they were thinking. We're about a mile plus in, and yeah, there's a few rough spots, but we're in the shade. It's heavily forested, and the trail's not bad at all. I guess for them it was uphill, so maybe that was it. All right, on our way, about 6 miles from VVR. So here we are at VVR in our palatial accommodations, humbly known as the, what'd they call it, Randy?
The hen house.
The hen house. We're right in the middle of all the action. We've had a shower, we've done our laundry, we've had a beer. Well, I've had a beer.
Cold water.
Cold water. They almost hired me because the ice water was out, so I volunteered to refill it. And they gave me a beer. I think I'm going to refill that ice water a bunch. Good morning, day 15. Yesterday we went from Italy Pass Trail Junction of the JMT down to VVR, where we enjoyed a really good barbecue, a hot shower, and we picked up a place to sleep other than our tent for cheap. Included the shower and laundry, so we are clean and mean and ready to do the rest of this trail. Today we're heading over Goodale Pass, and we'll see what awaits us. So we've just left VVR and we're on our way to the Goodale Pass trail junction, and you can see how much damage there was from the creek fire last year. It got really close to VVR, and they're very lucky that they didn't burn up. Well, I've come to the conclusion that there are no easy passes. They're all hard. This is the last little bit of Goodale Pass. All right, good morning, day 16. Yesterday we hiked from VVR to Papoose Lake via Goodale Pass. It was about a 10.5 mile day, 3,000 feet of ascent. So it was a little tough, a little beat when we got here at Papoose Lake, but hey, the fishing was excellent. So that kind of got our spirits up. Today we're heading over to Virginia Lake. Yeah, pretty easy day today, I hope. Beautiful weather. Can't ask for anything more. The morning of day 16, about 8:30 in the morning, and we're descending down into Tully Hole. So of course, for every descent, there's going to be a corresponding ascent. And of course, the ascent will be twice as brutal as the descent. I don't know how that works out, but it seems to happen that way. So anyway, that's a beautiful morning. And we'll just keep walking until we get where we're going. So day 16, we're at Lake Virginia, where we had planned to stop. Got here early for some fishing and relaxing. Kind of a narrow day, almost a zero, but more like a narrow because we did do about 5 miles, maybe a little more. So we got a really nice spot that Randy found. Got my little X-Med tucked right in there. Got some nice cover from the trees. Area. And then Randy's tent. Good morning, day 17. Yesterday we went from Papoose Lake that had excellent fishing up to Virginia Lake, maybe 6 miles. Had a nice afternoon to just relax and fish and take a nap, and perfect weather. Today we're going from Virginia Lake to either Deer Creek or Red Cones, and then the next day we are doing Mammoth for a shower and some real food. All right, let's go do it. Well, today's a day of sevens, about 74 miles from Happy Isles. It's day 17, and we have 7 days left in our trip. So as we descend here into Purple Lake, I'm just super thankful that got my appetite back last night. Had a full meal, ate some food, probably 1,000 calories at dinner. So I'm feeling a lot better today. Yesterday afternoon I was feeling pretty crappy. Took about a 90-minute nap. Super helpful, recharged the batteries. And then of course today we have some downhill, but we all know what that means. Downhill is always followed by uphill. So today we're gonna go to, probably make it all the way to Red Cones, which will get us into Mammoth super early, or not Mammoth, but get us into Red's Meadow super early tomorrow. In time for lunch, maybe day hike down to Rainbow Falls. So, journey continues. Good morning, day 18. We are at Red Cones, camped a short 3.8 miles from Red's Meadow, where we have a hotel room for tonight and real food and beverages. And then the next few days are pretty ambitious. We got some long miles, but it's beautiful country, easy to hike in. So off we go. Good morning, day 18. We're making our way to Red's Meadow and we're crossing through this kind of devastated area here that obviously there was a fire and then a wind event snapped off all these trees. And it's just crazy. Power of the wind to come through here and just snap off these trees at about 30 feet, 20-foot level. Anyways, it's beautiful in its own right, but also illustrates the power of nature, fire, wind. Oh, we're on our way to Red's. Probably got another hour of hiking and it's time for lunch maybe. Real food. Alright. It's a good day for hiking. So the two old guys are here at Red's Meadow in one of the hotel hiker accommodations, enjoying a cold beverage, a hot shower, a resupply, and a very nice bed.
And laundry.
And laundry. Oh, we're so blessed. Oh my goodness. So tomorrow will be a long day, but we're not thinking about that right now. We're thinking more about dinner.
I'm thinking about it. But
Cheers.
we're going to eat dinner, let God take care of the trials and tribulations of the next day. For we have enough of our own today in deciding what for dinner.
Yeah, is it hamburger or tuna? I'm not sure which. Good morning. Day 19. We're at Red's Meadow, enjoying the facilities. I took 3 showers. I'm not sure if I still stink or not, probably. Did some laundry. I don't know, Randy, do you think I still stink?
No, you don't stink.
Had a nice hamburger for lunch. Went down to Rainbow Falls. And today we're gonna go to Garnett Lake. At least we're gonna try. It's about 15 miles. And it's a beautiful day, so let's get at it. Day 19, and we are at the Devil's Postpile on our trek north. Quick stop here for some photos. It's about 8:15, so there's pretty much nobody here but us, which is nice. There'll be 100 people here later this afternoon. All right, onward. Good morning. Day 20. We're at Garnett Lake. Yesterday we hiked 15 miles from Red's Meadow. Kind of camped next to the lake, but about 100 feet away. In a very dusty, kind of dirty spot, but it was flat, so we slept good. Today we're gonna go about 11 miles to Lyell Fork, somewhere down there, and find a place to camp for the night. We got 4 days left. I can't believe it's already been 20 days. All right, see you on out there. It's 8:30 in the morning on day 20, and we're cruising by Ruby Lake. It's completely flat and glass. You can hardly tell that it looks like a piece of glass. Anyways, it's beautiful. On we go. Good morning, day 21. Wow, it's gone by actually pretty quickly. Yesterday we hiked 12 miles from Garnett Lake to Lyell Canyon. Went over 2 passes, Island Pass, which didn't feel like a pass, and Donahue Pass, which was definitely not easy. A little threatening with rain, but we only got a few sprinkles on the way over. No thunder, no lightning. Today we're hiking down to Tuolumne Meadows. Only about 10 miles, should be downhill. The store there is open. The grill cafe is not open, so we have to adjust some plans for food, but that's okay, the store is open. And wow, it's a beautiful day, and off we go. It's about 8:30 in the morning on day 21 as we descend further into Lyell Canyon. Of course, come across this beautiful, huge meadow where a river runs through it. It's just such a gorgeous morning. I don't know how you can go wrong hiking this. Good morning, day 22. Today, we're hiking from the Tuolumne Meadows Backpacker Camp over Cathedral Pass to Sunrise Lakes. Should be about a 7-mile day today, not too hard. Busy campground last night. People camped all over each other. But that's the nature of the Backpackers Campground. All right, let's get out there. Well, it's about 10:45 and just got to the top of Cathedral Pass. Great view from here. And we'll be heading down the valley across this beautiful meadow onto Sunrise Lakes. Oh yeah. Today is day 23. Yesterday we came from the backpackers campground at Tuolumne Meadows, about 10 miles to the middle lake here at Sunrise Lakes. Some call it number 2. Today we're going to go up to Cloud's Rest. It's supposed to be the best view of the valley. And then we'll head back down and rejoin the JMT near Half Dome. So today is about 7 miles. Should be fairly easy. We got to climb up to Cloud's Rest, but after that we should have downhill and access to water. Yesterday was a very hot, dry day. Went about 6 miles without water. But we all made it, maybe a little dehydrated, but we all made it. We're all rehydrated now, ready to go. Well, get on out there.
Here we are at the Sunrise Lake number 2 yoga class. We have 3 new participants in this. Irene's going to be leading as she's the most experienced yoga lady. So here we go.
You want me to? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is all the 3 warrior poses. All 3 warrior poses. Ready? So what's the first one you want to do? Warrior 1. And then we'll transition to warrior 2. That was my knee.
Sorry. Yeah, good thing you had your brace on.
And then to peaceful warrior.
Does that mean? Cross our poles.
Oh, now we can reverse it to get the other side.
Yeah.
Warrior 1. Oh, that's painful. Ow. Oh, that hurts. Okay, warrior 2. And then warrior down to the pass. Pass, dodge the pass. Oh, good, hammy. Okay, now we can hike at least 12 miles. All right, we're making our way up here to Cloud's Rest, and we stopped partway up just to get a view of Tenya Canyon. It's a couple thousand feet down there. I'm not getting any closer to the edge, don't worry. It's a long ways down without any stops till you reach the basement. Unfortunately, there's a lot of haze today from the Dixie fire, and there could be another fire that we don't know about, but it's a hazy day, but it's still spectacular. All right, we're descending from Cloud's Rest, and as we come down from there, we get some great views. We're going to be going down a couple thousand feet, I think, where we'll camp for the night. I wish it wasn't hazy, but hopefully you can kind of get an idea how spectacular this is. Here we go. All right, good morning, everyone. It is day 24. Seems like we just started this yesterday, but about 250 miles, I think, something like that. What are you doing back there, Nick?
I'm trying to get in the picture.
Oh, you're in the picture, I'm sure. So yeah,
Your
we,
hat's covering me up.
you can see we picked up a tramily, some stray dogs and folk on the way. But yeah, actually, it's been great fun hanging out and camping together the last 4 or 5 days. Yesterday, we went from Sunrise Lake number 2 over Cloud's Rest, which had awesome views even with the haze. And we're camped here at the junction of the JMT and the Cloud's Rest Sunrise Lakes Trail. Had a good evening, overslept today, but that's okay. We've got about 6 miles to Happy Isles. Big, huge descent, a couple thousand feet, and we'll be back in civilization. So until next time. That's how we get in the extra miles.